Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're all well. Right, what we're going to look at today is what we call mode training. So, what is mode training? Mode training is basically you training on your own with nothing else. So, not with another training partner, not with another training object, just you and your imagination. So, mode training has three main aspects that you want to develop. So one is your ability to recall a situation or a scenario or a moment. The second is to replay that scenario as close to reality as possible. And the third is to problem solve. So how do we do that? Okay, well, if we just get an example of an exercise, say 1-2 push hand, all right? So those of you who have done it, or some might call it toy sow. Yep, you start off with another person on this side, and their fist is coming in, turn, and come back, go back forward. So you're dealing with their energy, they're dealing with yours, and there's some resistances there. Right. So once I've done that, I sort of step away from that, and I just practice it in the air. And the things I try to recall are how much energy, how much pressure did I feel on my arm? Did I feel any resistance or tension here? Like, how was that affecting other parts of my body? Do I need to, did I activate certain parts? Did I feel resistance in my legs? Did I stiffen up anywhere? Little things like that, right? And then as you're working on those things, you start to sort of go, okay, how do I improve this now? How can I, okay, yep, I'm feeling when I'm doing this, so I'm getting tension in my shoulder. Okay, I need to relax that shoulder. Relax that shoulder, but I'm still trying to feel this pressure here. So while I'm still doing this, try to keep this relaxed, and then let them come in. And as I feel like there's some energy there, feel this maybe starting to come up again, drop that back down, and then keep it going, right? And you try to do this with as many aspects of your body as possible. So, like I said before, yeah, was my stomach activated or my core activated? Did I feel tension in the legs? Am I upright? Am I in a good position here? And from there, that's how you start sort of looking at, yeah, how can I improve these sorts of things? And the usual process we go through is you have your experience, you have your sensations or whatever, and then you step away and you try to recall them. And especially when you're just starting with this thing, it's always good to then go back to what you were doing with the partner or with the object, and then come back again. So while your recall is still sort of in its infancy, so to speak, it's always good to go back and remind yourself what it felt like. So if you're doing something and you've worked with someone and you step away and you're trying to recall all of these things, after a while it'll start to fade a bit. So then you go back, train that thing again, work it, okay, oh yeah, that's right, yep, this is what this felt like, this is what that felt like, and then come back again and work on that. And you can do that as many times as it takes, right? So now, in this time where everyone's in isolation and training partners are quite scarce, you need to become creative. And to be honest, it's not just in these times. Usually when you are training on your own, you end up having to be creative to come up with particular training ideas, replay particular scenarios and that sort of thing. So this is quite normal for any kind of mode training anyway. So if I'm here, okay, look, I've got no training partners, what do I do? I start thinking, okay, well, just say we're looking at what we were doing before, so this action here, the 1-2 push hand or toy sow, whatever you want to call it, you can even start breaking it down a little bit and thinking, okay, well, how can I replace some of these things? So, oh, look, there's a ground. Let me have a look at this. So one of the things I can look at is, okay, just say it's this kind of movement. I can start to go, all right, so I go on the ground here, and it's just this little bit here where the arm comes in, and then back again. Comes in, and back again. And I can start to feel what it's like, what my body's doing, what my core is doing, and that sort of thing. It's not exactly how it is, but we get little snippets. Now, if I wanted to, I can then also do the next extension. Oh my god. And then back down again. And that sort of thing. And you can just play, whoopsie-daisy, with that. So, That's one way. Let's have a look at another way. Okay, what's another way? Oh, look, here's a wall. Alright, so another thing I can do is the same sort of thing. So from here, now instead of playing it like my arm's coming in and then it's extending out, I can do it the other way. So instead of my arm coming in, my arm can stay where it is, but my body does the work. So my body mimics, so it's just from a different reference point. So I feel like, yep, there's a little bit of a push there, and as I come in, yep, body's coming in, and back out. Body's coming in, and back out. Making sure that I still keep some resistance there, but also starting to think, okay, yep, as I'm doing this here, what's happening here? As I push, yep, I feel that work a little bit, feel this pushing here. Okay, I can lift this leg a little bit if I like, and come in, and experiment with different angles. Okay, and then step away from it, and then start going, okay, yeah, is this activated? What are these doing? Okay, yep, that way. Now what if I just do it where it's this? Instead of moving the body, I move the arm. And I start to feel the tensions that are required, I start to feel all these other things. So that's kind of the mode training that we're talking about. Okay, so those are some examples on how to use other objects around to help recreate those sensations and help that recall, to help build your mode. Right? Now you can do this for the toy sow, the 1-2 push hand that we talked about. You can do it for your bill sow, your mung dan, any exercise, all the way up to group work. Yeah? Now, so this was just the beginning. Mode becomes much broader. There's much more to it. It becomes much more complex. Right? Ultimately, it becomes a thing that follows you everywhere and becomes what you train 99% of the time, eventually. So we're going to have more videos on this sort of thing, but it'd be great if you guys just got started with this and watch out for the next videos to come, and we can progress this as we go.